we go to okay, when we go to 3rd through 6th grade, it's a big jump. We're going into oral reading. They have a minute to do that. We're going to be checking the accuracy of their fluency. They're going to retell, and they're going to have a maze assessment. Typically, you're looking at anywhere from a 3 to a 6 minute assessment with this materials. So it's not going to bog you down. It does take a little adjusting to, which I have tutoring videos for every section of DIBELS for you to look at and see how it's done. So you're not going to be flying into this blind. I did, and it was not fun. Let me kind of walk you through what we're looking at as far as part of my screen is missing, so
You're muted.
thank you. How long was I muted for? A little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. At or above benchmark, below benchmark, and I'm going to show you that right here. So this first section is kindergarten, then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, all the way up to 6th grade. The first column is BOY, beginning of year, and then you have MOY middle, and then end of year. The top score blue is going to be above benchmark. The 26 is going to be the benchmark goal that we want them to get to. And 13 is really low for kindergartners coming in. However, these kids are going to be low to begin with. So some of the scoring that we get into in the intermediate is going to change. But you'll notice that this section and this section is done the first and second part of kindergarten, but not here. It starts to drop off, and it does the same. And as we move up until we get to 2nd grade, and then it's all the way across. So you've got words correct, which is accuracy. And you've got accuracy as far as a percentage of what they got within that text. You got a retell score, a maze score, which is down here. That doesn't start till 3rd grade. There is a formula for this that I'm not going to go over right now with you guys. But let's say you're working with a 5th grader and you assess them and they score 258. We need to find where their benchmark is, which is 357. So you're going to need to drop a little bit to try to find where that is. If you've got a student that you know might be on a 504, and you know it's just not going to, the 5th grade test is ridiculous, go to the spot you think that's going to work right away. So I've got a few 504s, and I'm doing 5th grade. I'm going to probably go right to 3rd, which will allow me to go up or go down. Okay. I kept the records in a folder. It was easy to do things that way. The Journeys reading program is a program I'm familiar with, and it's the program they're using at the school. What's kind of cool about that is you have the materials right here of what they're doing within the system. So I'm going to pull up 2nd grade. And if you've done this, sorry about that. It's a little bit of a repetition. So this is their first book. As you scroll through the first book, it is exactly a carbon copy with the units. Right now, they should be on unit 2, probably lesson 6. The nice thing about this is the target vocabulary is there. If you, this again, this is if and how you want to implement this. Their vocabulary cards, their target skills, their strategy, and they go over all of this, but it's a repeat of what I just went through. Kind of cool thing about this program is
Henry had no brothers and no sisters. I want a brother, he told his parents. Sorry.
so it will read the entire text to them. Don't know if or how you want to squeeze this in, but it is available. The good thing is if you talk to parents, they could listen to this over the weekend before the next week to prepare for that. That's what I did. I did a lot of this with the kids over the summer to prepare them for that going into this school year. The Journeys reading program has, I'm going to jump down one. Nope. Leveled readers. So you're going to have 4 different levels. You have above, kind of like a mid-level and then below. And the really cool thing is these are not very long. You have an hour to work with the kids. I'm going to pick the low reader. And let's make music. These are duplicates of what they're going to have in the classroom. There we go. Shows you how many pages. There are 14. You can download this. It starts to take a lot of memory. It as well will allow you to do the speaker. What I did with this is a read to, read with, and a read aloud. So the student was exposed to it 3 times. I also worked more than 2 days with my students. So I had additional time. I don't know, how you're going to break your time up, but this is something that's also available. Now, since a lot of this is going to be online, this section is reading books. And again, read to, read with, read aloud. It is read to the student. You can read it to them. It is the book right in front of you. These are websites, these top 2 right here. And these websites have a few of these books. I'm just going to open up one of these books. This is actually a really good site.
Sophie's Squash, written by Pat Zetlow Miller, illustrated by Ann Wilsdorf, creatively read just a bit and adapted by Miss Jill. One bright fall day, Sophie chose a squash at the farmer's market. Her parents planned to serve it up for supper, but Sophie had other ideas. It was just the right size to hold in her arms, and just the right size to bounce on her knee, and just the right size to love. "Oh, I'm so glad we met," Sophie whispered. "Good friends are hard to find." At home, Sophie used markers.
So you're going to have a variety of different types of text with stories with, without texts. Based on their grade, you'll know what to do with those. I'm just going to pull one more up.
Too Much Glue, written by Jason Lefebvre, illustrated by Zach Retz, creatively read and adapted by Miss Jill. Our art teacher says, "Too much glue never dries." Remember that, kids. She reminds us, glue raindrops, come on, not puddles. And she warns me, "Maddie, too much glue."
Really cool thing about this with older kids is you've got punctuation you can work with. So if a 4th grader is, at a 1st grade reading level and they're getting burned out and they're frustrated because they're not reading more or books that are higher level, you can always go to these higher level books. It's going to be quick and simple. It won't take up a lot of time. And these are just samples. That's all these are. These two websites have about 100 reading books to choose from at different levels in elementary. Living books are really cool because I still like them, and my children did it when they were little, and they're 30 now. Okay, so I have used these all the way in my teaching career because it literally is a book coming to life. You'll find part of it is reading and part of it is just discussion. And I don't know which one this is, but we'll find out.
Bill, are these all free? Can parents access these websites too to read with their kids?
Everything that I've plugged in here, the parents can have.
That's awesome. I would think they don't have as much access to books, that this would be great to share with them. So maybe when we're doing some of our free webinars, we can expose them to this as well as the tutor sharing resources with them as well.
So when I did the living books, a lot of times the 2-year-old and 4-year-old would pull up a chair and they'd watch the story. And then the parents would want it, so I'd send them the link. Okay, so enjoy this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play part of it.
The Berenstain Bears. In the Dark by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Hi, I'm Sister Bear. Welcome to Living Books. This is a story about the time Brother Bear read me a scary book and made me afraid of the dark. Does that ever happen to you? Okay.
Being afraid of the dark doesn't just happen to you. It happens sometimes to little bears, too. Sister and Brother Bear were at the Bear Country Library. Sister had already chosen her books and was waiting at the checkout desk.
Brother Bear, are you going to take all day to pick your books?
Hold your horses. I'm looking for a good mystery.
I'm checking this out.
Brother, how hard can it be to pick a book?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Well, hurry up.
So I know you guys get the idea and it keeps going like this, but the really cool thing is they talk about text, and there's so many times in a story where this component of the conversation is left out that really adds to the storyline, but it's not like watching a cartoon on TV, which these are on TV. And I've got probably all of them, but about 10 of them here. And the kids will watch them over and over again, sometimes just to enjoy them because they're not used to seeing books like that at all. These are websites that are free, and or you parents can pay for it if they want outside of Back to Basics. And typically you need to sign up. So I signed up for a few of these, and after I signed up, I can plug in my class. And so my class can work from this during my time, or if some parents, like the parents I had this summer, they had the kids doing stuff outside of what I was doing. I'm gonna pick I don't know. Let's teach your monster to read.
You said some of them are free, Bill, and other ones are paid services?
They're both.
They're both, okay.
Yeah, so there are free components for
Mhm.
each one of them, and there are paid components for
Got
each
it.
one of them.
Yep,
So I didn't say that. I wasn't clear on that.
that's all right.
All right. So I've logged in. Here's George. About the game, teacher area for you to help yourself out with this. Shopping. Yeah, just don't let the kids add group players, add groups. And so this is all kind of the starting process of it. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't see that on the bottom. What else am I missing? Hang on. Well, you know, I had a problem with my computer just before I got it started.
Do you have to click George? So they know
Oh,
it's.
shoot. See, that's why we have you here.
There's always one little button to click. It's just a matter of finding it.
Player's name. Nah, let me just get out of it. I don't want to sit there and Starfall's really good. Again, a sign in, how to join. Kindergarten, grades 1, 2, and 3. 4th and 5th graders can use it. I did that. Language arts and music and math, and these are seasonal things. It kind of walks you through what it is that's here. And we're going to do more phonics. Unit 1, let's be pals. Now you're going to notice some of those are grade, they won't change. That'll be closing it, but we're going to move on. Okay, if your kids cannot read it,
I see a girl.
have them repeat it if they don't get it right.
I see a girl.
Go to the next page.
I see a boy.
Now, here's the thing. Some of my kids were able to put this in front of them because they had good internet and they had a computer. Some had tablets. Tablets didn't work real well for this. So you would have to share this on your screen. It can work, and it's not going to be, these are, we won't have any access to, but that's okay. There's a whole slew of them to choose from right here. Now, these learning websites probably have over, easily 300 things you can pull from. Okay, now math people can actually pull from it as well, but I like Starfall and I like Phonics Hero because it works on the sounds, the spelling, sentence reading. Worksheets, I really didn't do. There wasn't enough time.
What grade does Phonics Heroes go up to, Bill?
I used them for my 5th grade, a 5th grade student. So see, we have, here's my teacher resources. Log in. I can log in here. It gets, these are paid. You have to pay for these. This is free. And as you're going to find out, there's only 6 levels to work from, but we have choices within each one and they change. So we're going to go to no, and it's really basic. It works on sounds. And speed of internet will affect this. These buttons will move me forward or take me back or redo.
Help the duck pop 10 bubbles. Only pop the
If I do
Try again.
one letter, I don't get a name
Try again.
like that. It'll just keep going until the kids get 10.
Help the duck pop 10 bubbles. Only pop the
So, hang on. I want to move it forward. So it is a progression.
Can you catch the fish? Only catch.
So they're going to click on them, but it's a little more challenging. Because that needs it. They hear the sound every time. And
Try
they
again.
just get to try again. They don't get it.
Try again.
Any loud noise. And that goes up to 10. And again, obviously, you know I'm doing kindergarten. I had a third grader who didn't know their consonant sounds. It worked really well. A little different.
Birthday cake time. Blow out the candles. Listen and blow out as I say.
So there's a lot of interaction with this program. And FunBrain, you guys just got to get into them. You really do. That's why I didn't pull anything from these, because I could have been doing it for a whole day and hardly got any, to be honest with you. Sight words. I've got sight words that are testing sheets. I've got sight words where they're racing against a clock. Sight words that are just being said 2-3 times, then they repeat it. So there's consistency with everything. This site right here, really cool. Mrs. Clark. So if you, and I didn't put all of hers on here. So she does a lot of things with primary kids, second graders. And if you keep scrolling down, you're going to run into sight words. Now, granted, you've got kindergarten stuff in this real easily. For kids who are doing better than normal, this is going to have one word and it's missing a vowel. But I'll show you some of the things I picked. I will do this one.
Hey everyone, it's time to practice our sight words. Are you ready? First, you'll see the word and you need to say it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Next, spell the word along with me and then say it again. Y-O-U-U. Are you ready? Here we go. I-M-P-O-R-T-A-N-T.
The cool thing is you can pause it. Okay.
Important.
Pause it. You can work with the student to sound it out. Now, these are fry words. They're not your Dolch words. These are higher level words, obviously, as you can tell.
U-N-T-I-L.
Give the kids some time, work on it. Obviously, you're going to know what to do, whether you can move up or let the kid have fun with it or move down. Frustration is something you know that you obviously don't want to deal with, and the kids don't want to deal with that. But that was a fry list. Dolch words are in here, and I put samples so that you could go through them to see what there really is out there.
60-second sight word challenge. One word every 2 seconds. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No. So. Come. Said. Look. Play.
So it teaches kids to get stressed out because they would. And as more of this was done, that stress level went away. They get to hear the word, it just doesn't pass them by. The kids started saying the word if they missed it, and they just kept going. There are words that actually go down the screen. So it's really what you feel like working on within here. And there's so many sites out there I'm sure you're all aware of. Word families, rhyming, main site, that's a good site to go to. And before I forget, you guys you're experts at this. You know good websites, and we need to know those so that other people can know them as well. All right, you can tell looking at this looks like a very young grade level, and it is. We'll do un.
Turn and learn. ABCs. Word families. O-O-N. Un. Let's get started. Oh, that looks like a piece of string. Something red. Wow, something big and round. Oh, I think I know. Do you know what it is? Balloon!
I was telling Brad earlier that when I first started this and they saw a string, they were guessing kite, shoes, a cat toy, until they started figuring it out. And I told Brad, I had this one little boy, he'd be jumping up and down because he knew the answer, and he'd say it. And his mom would get really mad and she'd be screaming up the stairs to knock it off. And so we did it longer, just, because he'd say, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Well, there's all different levels to do that at. And I selected a whole bunch that'll give you different examples to look through. She is not the only place to go to for this. I just picked her to pop it in. Vowel and vowel blends. Now, when I'm talking vowel blends, you've got vowel blends with two vowels, and I went ahead and did a vowel blend with a consonant. And I know some of you do not agree that that is a vowel blend. Kind of comes from your studies.
Hello and welcome to Little Learners. In today's video we are going to be looking at the digraph A, using A and I, A and I to make the sound A. Let's look at some words.
So what I would do, and I'm sure you guys did it as well, when there's a dot, it's just you point at it. When there's a line, you drag your finger across, or my mouse, and then you end right here. So it goes back and it's P, A, N, and then they say pain.
P, A, N, pain. Shall we try that again? P, A, N, pain. Good job. Let's try another word. A, N, rain. Let's sound it out again.
So if you do this with it all the way through, then you can do it without the voice, and they'll go A, N, and then you go across and it'll be rain. So you don't have to just listen to the tape the whole way, or the video, I'm sorry, the whole way through. Stop the video, use it as a teaching tool. And that's this whole section here. And vowel blends are digraphs. Okay, these are all short vowel sounds. I took some of them from here. That's kind of a good area to look through. It actually focuses a lot on primary, digraphs, TH, SH, CH. I didn't do anything with this one because QU is, it's hard, but I'll let you guys pull that up if you want. So let's just do a short vowel with O.
FirstStepReading.com.
I'm assuming you could always just mute it too, right, Bill?
Oh yeah, I would mute it like when when they were doing a speed test.
Mm-hmm.
It was muted, and it wouldn't repeat the word, so they just had to say it. And then I had a sheet in front of me that I just marked off, or I marked what they said.
Read these words, it is fun. Read these words one by one.
Og, dog. Og, fog.
So the kids start to figure out that there's a word family, there's a pattern, it does change to a different word family. Here are some examples for you to look through. Digraphs, I pulled these separate than the ones earlier. Ing, ang, ong, ch, ch. I love this one, guys. My kids would love this. And I would be so much smarter had I seen some of this as a kid.
Hello, I am Norman LePence, the knight. I must protect the short vowels from the monster. I will use the second of my protectors, TCH. Some words are spelled with TCH at the end, and some have just a CH, but they make the same sound. So how am I supposed to know when to use my protector shield? Maybe this will help. The vowel makes a short sound, so it is weak. It has no letter friend. It is so lonely. It needs protecting with TCH. Here comes the monster attack. Aha! Go elsewhere, monster. This vowel is under the protection of TCH. All these words have lonely vowels that make a short sound. So TCH has been used to protect them. Where the vowel has a letter friend, use CH. This vowel makes a short sound.
Isn't it so simple, but yet so complicated?
Oh, I could have used this so badly, Bill.
But it's crazy. We have good rules and we have bad rules. It's a pain in the rear sometimes.
Yeah.
Bossy R's, it sounds, plurals, capital letters, and these are going to teach the kids these rules. So UR, ER, IR, and as it stands, that is everything I have to share with you guys. And again, I've been doing this probably as long as some of you. And I wish I had somebody to share this out with me. My first 10 years of teaching, I would have been a much better teacher. I'm not an expert. You are more than welcome to share whatever you have in your bag of tricks, because I can learn more from you sometimes than me just looking on the web, because you've taken that time and you've been looking on the web for things that work for you. Like I said earlier, I am here for you with the Dibbles testing. That's a little bit too. Julie?
Yeah.
Julie, did you say something?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, the other Julie Nichols.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Dibbles can seem overwhelming for those of you who haven't done it, especially because it's paper pencil. It's not done on the computer. Computer is a piece of cake, but it can get very costly and it's not worth it because I did a paper pencil all summer. There are sections that are beginning of year, middle, and end of year. And then there's your monthly assessing or bi-weekly, depending on how the kids are. I think you're wiser to obviously do beginning, middle, and end, and don't do anything in the middle. Use your time to tutor, teach. Don't waste your time assessing because you've got your beginning score. You can assess as you're going, and as you go, you can write those notes in the section for Back to Basics. Those notes are really important because I would forget what I did with a child a week before, and I have to go through my notes. And because I think I had pretty good notes, I knew exactly where to go from it.
It's awesome. That's awesome, Bill. This is fantastic. I'd like to encourage everyone. How many of you learned something new here tonight? Some new sites to work with. If you don't all know this, some of you do because you've been with us a while. Some of you may not know this, but we actually have a Facebook group. I'll share my screen here real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of this.
That's all right. I got it. So
Okay,
we actually have a Facebook group called Back to Basics Learning Staff. And I put this together a couple of years ago purposely so that tutors could share resources, information. You can upload media. You can say, hey, I had a great day. I tutored someone, or I had a bad day. Does anybody know anything that would work with this? Or it is really meant for us to be able to communicate with staff when there's snow days or something going on. But more importantly, when you guys want to share with each other. So I would encourage you all to get on there. It is a private group, but it's called Back to Basics Learning Staff. Other than that, you can always share it with Brad, and then we can, I know that Gus is getting ready, if he hasn't already, put together a resource page where all of these resources, all of the pages, look, Cliff's already joining. Way to go, Cliff. But he's putting together a resource page so that all of the videos he does, all of our trainings that we're going to be doing, and we are going to continue to do a lot of them, not just for our staff for professional development, but we're actually going to do some training for some of the parents at Christina and parents who have kids that tutor with us, executive functioning, homework help, best ways that they can assist their children as well. So we're going to be putting some of those together and putting those out there in the resource library along with that. Anybody have any questions you want answered or that Bill can help you with, or anything pertaining to reading? How's the program going? I know Angie did say that we've got a lot of elementary that's coming in. The schools, some of the schools are a little bit slower in populating and getting information out to their parents, primarily high school as always. But a lot of the elementaries are already going, and if I understood Angie, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, but I think she said a lot of the kindergarten first and second graders are really behind. And
yes, they are.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Bill, that, they just don't have the resources. Don't have those fundamentals. And that's going to be the fun stuff of using a lot of this for a lot of you that are working with them, and what a difference we're going to make. It really is. I'm excited that you're all aboard and we've got these resources to be able to use, because anything that'll help the child stay engaged and want to show up every week for tutoring, and then giving the parents some resources that'll help them at the same time, I think is what it's going to take to get these kids caught up a little bit. Any questions, anyone? No. No? All right.
Yeah.
That means you did an awesome job. Thank you very much. Well, I really appreciate it, Bill, for putting all this together. we'll get it out to everybody and we'll post it on the website and then in our resource too, so that everyone can just click on the links and be able to go.
Okay, and guys, we're going to do one for math and coming up in a couple of weeks, November 2nd. We're putting together the same type of resources and things for that. So look for information coming out on that one as well.
And once again, we'll have this recorded, we'll send it out to everybody, and then we'll put it in the resource library as well.
Yep.
Enjoy this beautiful fall weather this week, everyone. Thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule and joining us tonight. Bill, extra round of applause. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill, for sharing.
Thank you.
Good night,
All
everyone.
right.
Good night.
Thanks. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.